Thank you very much. Hi everybody, yes, I'm Cyril Colom, I work at Modular Square, and yes, we are the only shop specialized in modular synthesizer. Actually, this year is our anniversary. We are here from '98, so it's been a long time right now. And but we are also open to instruments that we consider that have the same DNA of what we like. And of course, this is modular synthesizer, and it was the main reason. But we also, from the beginning, like instruments that are really new and that are sick. Oh, so first, sorry about my English, very broken, but you know. Yeah. So yeah, so as soon as we were able to have this instrument, and we are very lucky to have one at Modular Square. So if you come in Paris another day, if you live in Paris, you can come and play it every time you want. So it's always a pleasure when we do a break to play a little bit of that. And yeah, so it changed something with these instruments, and it's always a joy to see newcomers try this. At first, they even don't know what it is. They come in the shop, they look at the modular stuff. They are very impressed because, you know, a big modular system could be very impressive, and you are some guys and girls are very shy to use them, and when they're in front of a big system, they say, okay, maybe it's not for me, maybe it's too difficult to play. Then they come to this and they try, they put them finger, and at this moment, something is happening. It's always a joy to see that, because there is a spark in their eyes because they don't know it, and their first reaction is, okay, where the sound come from? They don't understand that this is the real instrument. So every time I need to explain that this is the one that is playing. But also, I think the most important things, and we are living the same thing with modular stuff. We have the tools, we have the new sounds. Today we can play with analog and digital sounds, so this is very good. But we miss a way to play with sounds. We miss tools to shape the sound. And with these instruments, what I can say is that as soon as you understand, you can shape the sound. Later on, you were telling that your finger is an envelope, and this is exactly that. The big things is that you are, as soon as you realize your hand is free from scales, is free from physical touch, then people tend to realize they can control sounds in the way they want. Also, and this is very funny because everybody is playing some Asian sound, some Indian sound with it, because this is something it is very natural to do, and for some kind of people, this is the first time they do this. You know, when you listen to radio right now, we are listening the same scales, the same type of sounds, and this is very hard to find new sounds, new ways. And when you begin to play with this, instantly you begin to experiment with micro scales and with, you know, to do some from the bass to the trebles, and you begin to shape the sound. And this seems something very new and very natural for human being, I think. And it could be the first experience for beginners. They are very impressed by that. And everybody that tries it wants one for himself, okay? But as you know, it's an expensive instrument for good reasons, but it is. So, but every time even if those guys doesn't have a lot of money, they begin to they say to me, okay, I need to sell stuff, I want this. It became very important for them, and they tend to see that as maybe a new kind of piano. You know, at a time, everybody had a piano in a house, and everybody want to have a very expensive instrument, like maybe a trumpet or I don't know. But today, the new generation of people don't have time to learn very hard instrument like guitar or trumpet or anything. But because you have a very constraint, you need to learn how we say solfège in English. Solfège, yeah, it's the same. Okay, easy. YM. So you need to learn a lot of stuff before beginning to play and have fun with. But with a synthesizer, it's not the same. You can specifically, if you are not really into tonal sounds, but if you like drones, for example, I think drones it could be a very opening things to newcomers, because it's like playing with clay but with sounds. And I think it's a very good starting point for people that are in love with music. They don't know they are a musician, but someone. I've already seen some, for example, there is a couple that came at the store, and the guy start to, okay, I'm here for the modular stuff, and it always started like that. And the girl is, okay, I'm with him, but I'm a little bit bored. But she tried this, and something happened, something changed, actually. And sometimes it's a boy, it could be switching, you know what I mean? But then people realize they can play with sound, they can have fun, and they don't have to learn something very long. They can just experiment and have the pleasure of it's like painting, or it's like a sculpture. You can just spend time to have fun, and it could be very overwhelming to play with this kind of instruments. So yeah, this is wonderful. I'm very happy to have that in the shop. I'm very happy to have one myself. So and I expect a lot in the future, because I'm sure we'll see a lot of beautiful things with it. So yeah, we are lucky to be a part of it. So thank you very much again, Ed and Leopold, to have made this. And yes, thank you very much, everybody, and see you next time.
Thank you very much, Cyril. And I think that's very important that you are especially Continuum owner, so you can really demonstrate it in the store and explain people how it works, how it behaves, how they should use it. And I know you did what you were talking about, that you had some quite nice stuff. You had to sold to buy your own Continuum. So okay, so thank you very much. So next.
I have a question.
Yeah, yes, of course.
For modular, I can spend that amount of money in 5 minutes, quickly, right? So there's a disparity, a difference, and people think this instrument's expensive, but if you're into modular, this can be a very inexpensive instrument.
Yes, you are totally right. And in fact, when you start to do some modular stuff, you lose. There is two kind of money. There is the real money and the modular money.
Yes.
And it happens really fast. As soon as you have a little system, you tend to say, okay, this module is expensive, but 2 months later, okay, this module is really cheap, because, So yes, for us, I mean, modular synthesis user, we have not the same vision of we have learned what it is to have a price on something that make music, and something it is made by a little company. So we can accept that very easily, because we meet all these all these manufacturers that are very small companies. They have to so we understand that. But for the mainstream user, for the guys that maybe we have some you know, with all these big brands that are making a musical synthesizer that costs nothing, everybody tends to, and it's the same for anything hi-fi or what you want, but if you buy, for example, a Volca from Korg, the price is not so high, and you say, okay, so this is the real price for this kind of things. But no, this is not this price. This is not the real price. So this price is not a problem for people that understand the price of real things. But for people that are buying Volca, you know, it's a big gap.
So the beauty of this instrument, of course, is on its own. It's just an instrument on its own, but it's really easy to integrate it in the modular system in both ways. I mean, you can control the modular, but the modular can control it. And I remember with Christophe, I think it was last year, Christophe, when we did a video, when we sequence with the Circon, which is a sequencer, we experiment a lot together, and we have a lot of fun because the Circon was sequencing the sound of the Continuum, and the keyboard and the touch was controlling some parameters, and it was like a loop, and it was, wow, completely expressive and very powerful in terms of on sound design.
Thank you, because I remember something I wanted to say later. There is a modular synthesizer inside, okay? But a lot of us are not making sound right now. We are using presets of the Continuum because they are very good, and it's difficult to begin to create sound because we talk about that in the video we already recorded. But I think we need time to have fun with all these presets and to explore them. Then I think later in the years are coming, I really want to explore the modular stuff inside. So I will spend, I think, many hours to create drones and to control drones with this instrument. But I think we need times and to you know, we have to learn something new. So there is some step we need to pass. So I will wait in maybe next year, 2 years, 3 years, what kind of sound we will be able to do with this. It will be very interesting.
Okay, so thank you very much.